What's going on YouTube? This is Brian 916. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, I want to talk about some products that I purchased from Harbor Freight that I demoed not long ago, or I reviewed rather and gave my 2 cents on not long ago. So after using these tools for some time, I got some more input on these particular items. I got 3 items that I reviewed from Harbor Freight. One, a week ago, I did the Braun work light. After working with it for a week, I got some more input on that light. And in that video, I mentioned I'd have to get back to you on some of the other, things as far as how long the light lasts, will it hold up if you drop it, things of that nature. Also, the Earthquake XT, the high torque impact gun, the big electric impact. So I've had that for 3 months now. I use it often. Also, my coworker borrows it. He uses it quite often too. So it's definitely been put through its paces, being passed around the shop, used on different vehicles and different fasteners and stuff like that. And then also the cordless ratchet. So let's take a closer look at some of these tools, and let me give you my updated 2 cents. Okay, so first I'm going to start with the Braun LED work light by Harbor Freight. As you guys know, I did a comparison to the Astro pneumatic light about a week ago. So I have used the light for a week, and so, I do know a little bit more about the light now that I didn't necessarily know before, because I've gotten a chance to work with it. So I got some pros and cons about the light. Let's get into the cons first, and we'll jump into the pros. So the cons about this light is that it won't outlast the Astro pneumatic. If you basically hit it on the brightest setting and you just let that light shine for however long it's gonna shine until the light goes out, the Astro pneumatic light will last a lot longer than the Braun light. So we did a transmission swap the other day, got the transmission and transfer case out of the vehicle, got all the components switched over on the new transmission, got it back up in the vehicle, hooking everything back up, and this light was out. But the Astro pneumatic light still had decent amount of lumens, I guess is what you'll call it, left. So it won't last as long. So that's one of the cons to the light. However, the light is only 19 bucks now with the coupon, so you can still buy 2 of these and still come out cheaper than the Astro, and you can switch between the 2 and have one, fully charged, and just swap them out. Put this one back on the charger and grab the other one. So still for the price, it's a great deal. So you got that, and then one of the pros to this light. One of the pros to this light is that I think we might have dropped this light, full height from maybe 6 feet in the air, maybe even higher. Probably higher because it was up under the vehicle. We dropped this light so many times while doing that transmission swap, and it held up just fine. So that's always going to be a plus in my mind, is because dropping stuff happens in shops. That's why they make drop lights, So it does hold up if you drop it, so that's good. Try not to, but it won't break if you drop it. Also, I didn't know, but it has a rechargeable or a replaceable battery. So if for some reason it won't hold a charge or something, you could just replace the battery in the unit and keep going, and you still got a light there. Whereas the Astro light, there's no replaceable battery. So anyway, so that's the updated review on this light. Still think it's a fantastic light. Just won't last as long as the Astro, while using it. If you don't need that much brightness, I would recommend you put it on the dimmer setting. So you got the bright one, just drop it on a dimmer setting so you can get more life out of it. So I did notice it didn't last quite as long. Okay, so next on the Harbor Freight Earthquake high torque impact gun. I've had this for 3 months now. and it gets heavy use. We use this every day. Not only I use it, but my coworker uses it as well. So, you know, we pass it around back and forth to each other. You know, so we definitely put this gun through its paces. It's used regularly. And, you know, we haven't had any problems with this gun. I do believe it is better built than I thought it was. The battery, too. The battery's held up just fine. Haven't had any problems with it. The battery charges just fine. It actually holds the charge for a really long time. So all in all, this gun has turned out to be a lot better gun than I thought it was going to be. However, I do have one minor gripe about the gun. All you guys who watch my videos already know I do think it's overpriced. And so I bought this gun for $249 with the coupon, I believe. So, you know, $249.99. So about $250 for the gun. Depending on where you live after tax, it's about $21.25. And then you know, I also bought the year warranty on it. So after tax, after buying a warranty on it, I spent $310 total. So $310 with a year warranty on this thing. Now I think you could probably get a Milwaukee for about the same cost. So if you are considering buying this Harbor Freight earthquake impact gun, and you really want to, you know, have a nice high torque impact gun to use every day in the shop, this is a good gun. But if you want a Milwaukee gun, I don't think they're that much more expensive. And I'll try to prove what I mean here. So I got Amazon up, and I just kind of want to show you guys, you know, prices and what I mean. So if you take a look at this gun right here, this gun I believe sells for $209 if I'm not mistaken. But this is without the battery. So, but you can also buy the battery separately. So you could get this for $209, and then you can buy a battery for $69, and then you could turn around and get a charger for it as well. So it's all the M8 lithium ion, or the M18 lithium ion batteries, and this charges the M12 or the M18 batteries. And then you can see also this gun right here is the M18 high torque impact. So if you do the math on all that stuff, it's about the same as I spent for the Harbor Freight gun. Hopefully that gives you guys kind of a bit of an idea of what I mean about this being a little overpriced, because I think that this gun would be a much better deal if it was $250 out the door with the warranty, tax, everything included. So this gun, in my opinion, should be like $199, and then, you know, plus tax and a warranty, and should be about $250 or so out the door. So if this gun was about $199, I think it'd probably be worth it. But at $310, I would definitely go the Milwaukee route. All right, so that moves us on to the cordless ratchets. I got two of them here because a coworker of mine bought this, and you can see his has been put through its paces a little bit more. You can see this one has heavy use on it, whereas mine is still pretty new. But I do use it. He's been using this. How long have you had this, Des? All right, so he's been using this for about 2 months, and no problems with the batteries. It's been holding up just well. and I think he bought this with the coupon for under $100. So I have nothing bad to say about this. I think that I still believe that these electric ratchets, you really can't go wrong for the price. Are there better electric ratchets? Sure. But for the price, I really don't think you could go wrong with these. Electric ratchets really aren't used for like high torque or busting bolts that's torqued on too tight. I mean, it's just a run a bolt down. You just use it just to spin the bolt in. Or you can't get a gun into a particular spot, due to, access. You can't get an impact gun in there just to run a bolt down real quick. So you don't really need a tremendous amount of torque on it. You just need to spin it in and spin it out. A viewer had mentioned to me too about using these to bust bolts, manually could actually damage these. So, that's a good thing to keep in mind too. Maybe want to bust a bolt with a ratchet or a wrench first, and then put this on and spin it out. But even if you do use this, I mean, these things are cheap enough to where, I mean, you could break them, go get another one, and it's not gonna really hurt you. So financially. So I still am a strong believer on these electric ratchets. I think they're definitely worth the money. Can't really go wrong on it. I don't see how. And so last but not least, I wanted to talk about Harbor Freight Warranties. I spoke with a longtime employee of Harbor Freight. He could have been a manager. He knew a lot about it, but their warranty practices they've really stepped up the warranty practices. You're not really going to have any trouble nowadays taking a Harbor Freight product back in. So even if you don't have that little pamphlet they used to give you with the warranty on it, they'll still have you in the phone number, and now they're emailing you a receipt. So you could just save your email in your computer, or just save your email on your phone or something like that, and you could just go in and pull that email up and show them. So you don't really have to worry about saving that little pamphlet they used to give you. So I have pretty much nothing but good things to say about most of these products. To recap, this is overpriced still, is my opinion, although it is a good gun. These you can't go wrong with. Highly recommend. Definitely can't go wrong with this light. As I stated before, it's got a replaceable battery, which is good. And also, it doesn't quite last as long as the Astro Pneumatic. So keep that in mind. But for the price point, you can buy 2 of them and rotate the 2 during a long, 4 or 5 hour job. So that was my updated review on these particular tools from Harbor Freight. Hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. This is Brian 916. We'll see you on the next one.